As an office worker myself, for years I've been going to the gym on my lunch break. I consider it a hack that can free your evening and get your workouts in. But there's a problem with this approach, which is the brain fog and lack of focus you get after your workout session, especially if you're lifting heavy and super especially if you're a software engineer, because our jobs require a clear mind and deep focus. So in this video, I thought I would explore 5 science-based tools to try and fix this problem. But what is going on here? Why does this happen? Isn't exercising supposed to improve your brain functions and actually make you feel better? Well, it does. In the long term, but in the short term, no one really knows why some people experience this negative cognitive effects. Unfortunately, research is lacking here, but we have some clues. In this 2022 narrative review on the acute high-intensity aerobic exercise on the cognitive performance, they found some quite interesting things. First is your fitness level. They found it had an impact on the cognitive impairment post-exercise. So if you're a beginner, you might experience some brain fog if you did a heavy high-intensity session in your lunch break. So if you're new to lifting, I would recommend that you do medium-intensity exercises in your lunch break and leave the heavy sessions until the evening. Or just power through the first 6 months until you're not a beginner anymore. Your body will adapt and hopefully the brain fog will go away. They also found that age matters. These detrimental effects were not seen in young adults, but only on older participants. Now this sounds like shit out of luck for us older people, but as they stated in the review, this is not yet concluded and more research needs to be done on this. One more important piece of the puzzle is blood glucose. It's generally accepted that blood glucose is the main source fuel for the brain at rest. But if the brain doesn't have enough blood glucose, for example when you're training fasted or you don't eat enough carbs, the brain starts to use another form of fuel, which is blood lactate. And in this 2020 review, they found that elevated blood lactate might contribute to temporary decline in brain function. This effect is only temporary, as blood lactate goes back to normal levels after exercising. How long it takes to go back to normal after exercising is the issue here. But this is avoidable in most cases. If you eat enough carbs before your workout, your body and your brain should have enough fuel and blood glucose to fuel your workout and not to run into this blood lactate problem in the first place. And yes, of course, if you are on keto or eating low carbs because you're trying to lose weight, I would recommend you to move your workouts to the evening and save all your energy for your work during the day. Another interesting find is the effects of high-intensity workouts on cerebral oxygenation, which is just a fancy way of saying how much oxygen reaches and gets used by the brain. Now, in theory, this sounds like it should decrease cognitive abilities if exercising decreases it. Then your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, and since oxygen is sort of kind of important, and especially important for creating ATP, which fuels everything in our bodies, you would experience fatigue and also brain fog, which are anecdotally experienced after high-intensity workouts. For me, it happens after leg days. I generally feel like a walking zombie. Unfortunately, research is not conclusive in this, as some studies are saying that yes, this leads to decreased cognitive functions, and some says not. So we need more studies and research to confirm this. And this one, unfortunately, is not easy to fix if in fact that's the case. However, anecdotally for me, what worked is to leave these high-intensity workouts either to the weekends or to the evening, because there's just no way I would be writing code after a leg day, and I would leave the medium intensity workouts for the lunch break. But just keep in mind that this can be very subjective, so what you can do is experiment with which sessions are the highest intensity for you and either move it to the weekend or to the evening, or just leave it for the meeting days. What's not really considered in all the scientific literature available at the moment is the psychological effects of high-intensity workouts. However, only 2 studies from 2021, and both are suggesting that motivation and perception of effort may impact cognitive functions, which anecdotally happens to me from time to time. Some sessions I have this high motivation burst, but after the session, my motivation to do anything is almost zero. And writing code is the last thing I want to do in my day. Again, this is yet to be concluded by research. So what should you do? I would say there are 5 things that you can try to do to fix this problem. And if they don't work, then you will have to move these workouts to the evening or just power through them, which can be very challenging. Eat enough carbs pre and post workout. Try to allocate at least 50% of your daily carbs for pre and post workout. This should ensure that you have enough blood glucose for your training session and for after your session. So if I'm eating 200 grams carbs per day, I would eat 50 grams pre-workout and 50 grams post-workout. And if my workout is more than 60 minutes, I would add some intra-workout carbs, something like 20 to 30 grams after 45 minutes of exercising. This might be challenging if you're losing weight and not eating a lot of carbs. So if this is the case for you, I would move my workouts to the evening, because this way at least you'll have 2 to 3 meals before your workout session. If you sweat a lot or your gym is too hot, All the sweat drains your electrolytes, and this can make you feel tired and not able to focus. And that's why you need to replenish your electrolytes during and after your workout. Sometimes the simplest solution is the best solution, which is taking care of your sleep. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep per day, this will impact a lot of things in your life, not just your cognitive abilities after your workout. So get at least 7 to 8 hours of undisturbed sleep per day. One of the main annoyances I have after going to the gym and being tired and not wanting to do much in my day is to go back to work and plan my workday. This will increase the chances of procrastinating. So the best thing here is to have a solid plan before going to the gym for what I'm gonna do or what I need to do at work after my workout. Now, this might not be feasible depending on how long your lunch break is and how long your workout is, but try to have a 10-minute walk after the gym. This will help you cool down and unwind your brain and get into work mode again. And also you can practice some breathing techniques, just a couple of deep breaths to re-oxygenate your brain. If you have any other strategies that works for you, please share them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next time.